All right, this is 4 hours of tape study condensed to 30 minutes of clips, and I reduced that down to about 8 minutes of what I thought was the most important details. This is how he likes to set up his double leg. He's moving, left hook, double leg. He likes to dip off to the right with that lead hand work, dips his head down a lot, and that helps him set up that double leg positioning later on. There it is again. If he can finish the double leg straight away, he will. A couple opponents have started to counter this pattern. We're going to see it in this next clip here. Big left kicks showing the left straight first. Get him to lean into it. I know you got a good left kick, Wetz, and that open stance position just sets it up, so that's one good option. If he's continuously dipping, here Josh Hill does it as well off a level change from that open stance. He definitely has a harder time shooting on open stance. Here he shoots on Matos and just doesn't get very deep. He loves inside low kicks. He starts most fights with these, especially as the opponent switches to southpaw. Josh Hill in their fight did a great job catching underhooks every time Kasumov tried to enter, every time Kasumov tried to shoot, every time Kasumov tried to push him to the wall. Hill was on his underhook game, turning them, getting into good positions, finding elbows and knees off these positions. I know we talked about wanting to use our elbows. Really good opportunity here off these kind of breaks. Even on the get-ups, Hill was using his underhook really well. Turning, getting to good positions. This shallow underhook makes it harder for Kasumov to hip toss him. If Kasumov doesn't get the underhook, a lot of times he's looking for these wizard throws, these hip throws, all that kind of stuff. But the shallow underhook that Josh Hill is using makes it a little bit more difficult to try to hip toss him. So that's great initial defense. If he gets the double leg positioning against the fence, it can't finish. He goes to this single leg, this crackdown single leg. He wants you to chase his back. I know we went over this some Saturday. Same thing here against Josh Hill. He abandons the double leg positioning to chase this crackdown, and Hill goes for his neck, which I believe is a mistake. He's really good at comfortable at defending this front headlock position. He wants you to either chase his neck or he wants you to chase his back, which we see in this clip. He's really comfortable trying to clear hooks, trying to turn in. Even with this guy having a lock seatbelt, he's peeling off that top hook, turning in, and eventually gets on top. Later on in the fight, Enrique made a great adjustment, sprawling out, circling off the wall. I think this is really key in this matchup, getting to these kind of positions instead of against the wall. So much harder for him to get to these positions he likes here and tires him out. Enrique also laid the blueprint for going forward, backing him up and tiring him out. Out in the open, sprawling is a lot easier on this kid. He's not nearly as good there. Enrique was also able to get some takedowns of his own. But you know this kid's going to drive and build up. He will try to fat man roll and roll you to the right if he can get your wrist. But Enrique follows him, gets the seatbelt, separates his hands, and then here's the crucial moment of digging in the right underhook to come on top. If we're going to get top position and we don't have to drive right back up, it's on an underhook like this, flatten him out, road mount for a while. Enrique's hooking his left foot on the inside of his thigh and just does a great job building up and coming on top here. We can 1000% get to these positions later on in the fight when he's tired, when he's fatigued. He won't stop moving, but Enrique did a lot of good work here. This is the third round again, sprawling out. Kasumov will occasionally put himself on bottom to try to get back to these good positions. Again, not chasing them back, cutting the corner, butt dragging, staying on our sprawl, circling. He really wants to pull that leg in and crack down. Enrique's doing a good job sprawling it out and back and extending his opponent. Umar Nurmagomedov had some good success from these positions when Kasumov would try to wrestle back in, go to that crackdown. He's butt dragging, he's posting off the mat, he's scooting. and just stay working, keeping his head higher, staying behind Kasumov. Umar also had success getting his own takedowns. Kasumov's defense against the wall and out in space for takedowns is not as good as his offense. Umar's on the underhook. Kasumov tries to ghost escape. Umar covers the hips. He's going to wrestle up. Cross facing. One on bottom. Umar did a good job digging his underhooks. Popping his head out. Kasumov is looking to pull his head down and clear the hooks. The double underhooks is a better position for Umar than the seatbelt. It makes it a lot easier for him to get his hooks in and eventually flatten out Kasumov and land some ground and pound. Anytime we're in some of these turtle positions, I think the double underhooks would be way better than a seatbelt. That or the power half Nelson. When Kasumov tries to clear these hooks, he's going to get his double underhooks, and then he's going to clear out his hooks and stay behind Kasumov. So it's much harder for Kasumov to wrestle back in, staying behind him, shucking him forward, keeping his legs away from Kasumov's hands. Here we see Kasumov getting backed up off underhooks and getting taken down against the fence. He goes to this kind of Kimura switch position. Eventually he's going to end up giving his back. His opponent does a good job building his head up, getting over him, sucking his hips in. His opponent's going to end up chasing the back. I think we just stay in turtle. We stay behind him with our double underhooks. We start landing ground and pound. On the feet, he's susceptible to body shots. When he low kicks, he stands in front of his partner. He gets his kicks caught from open stance. He gets beat on the inside of his left hook with a right straight, and he gets hit for kicking right in front of his partner. Body shots are open as well. To summarize, we're going to back this kid up. We're going to catch him on our underhooks. We're going to get our takedowns. We're going to sprawl on him, negate his scramble opportunities, and whoop his ass. America.